So, one thing about Sonic that we've always kind of complained about, or that's kind of been a point of contention, is the animation. The animation and the models, how good it looks, all of that kinds of stuff, you know what I mean? Like, the character expression. That's something that was kind of lacking in previous games. We kind of had it, like, we've had a lot of, like, motion capture stuff, which hasn't completely captured what Sonic fans want, how I want to express the characters and really get cartoony with it. The best work we've kind of had, ironically, has been in one of the worst games. If we talk about Sonic Boom. Yeah, actually, no, let's not talk about Sonic Boom. But if we were to talk about Sonic Boom, you know, the character expression, the animation in that game is quite clearly one of the best that we've had in the Sonic series. Like, just look at this animation here.
What's the matter, Sonic? Can't keep up?
You were saying?
I didn't mean that literally. It was a taunt. It's Villainy 101.
Amy, Knuckles, go left!
Give me a sec.
Oh my gosh, Knuckles. At least he went the right way.
But no, the post-ambush ambush.
Uh-oh.
So I dug up these ancient robots, and it took me forever to figure out how to control them. And then I couldn't have all that effort go to waste unless I'd sick them on you! Try to appreciate all the work I put in as they destroy you. Toodles!
Like, look at the character animation. Okay, let's not look at the frame rate or anything, but you get what I'm saying, right? Like, you see how they hold on. This is a good example.
Not cool, Sonic. You locked us in.
Locked us in? I was saving you.
We didn't need saving.
Yeah!
Guys, can we put a pin in this for a second?
Like, look at the eyes, look at the bro. It's a shame this game sucks. But yeah, in the most recent game, Sonic Frontiers, it was actually pretty lifeless, I would say. I think people would agree. The animation, like the characterization of the characters, you know, it's debatable, but it's getting better. You know, they're talking, you know, we're getting these conversations, these deep stories coming from the characters, expressions that way. But in terms of animation, not so much.
Well, you always had a knack for weird insights.
Oh my gosh, why did you
I'd
walk
argue.
like that? Why did you walk like that?
Don't you worry. We'll reunite you with your lost love.
You see how they kind of just like
I
turn?
would think we've got more pressing issues, but again, who am I to argue?
I forgot how deep Roger's voice was in this game.
How
It
you
always
feeling,
catches me
Amy?
off guard.
I mean, what's it like being all ghosty?
Honestly, I don't feel that different since you helped clear my mind.
He just has this
I
one
guess it feels
stance
kind
where
of
he just stands like that.
Detached? Have you
Her lips are
ever
not even
flown
moving when she's
around
talking.
in a
Okay,
dream?
anyways. My point is, that's an aspect of the franchise that's always looked like it could do with some improvement. But apparently, Sega's been cooking. Sega's been cooking, and we're only just now finding out just how much they're cooking. Let's take a look at this. So we have this tweet here from Sega Informant. Shout out to Sega Informant. They've been posting a whole bunch of stuff about Sega, Persona stuff, Jet Set Radio stuff. So, you know, check them out. But apparently, let's look at the original tweet that they're quoting first. Autodesk, the developers of the high-end 3D CG software Maya, interviewed the development team of Sonic X Shadow Generations, and it provides detailed information on character modeling and motion creation using Maya and related tools. So, they had an interview with them, and, you know, Sega Informant, doing the business, they posted a whole thread of stuff that was discussed, and they put it in English. So we're gonna kind of go through that, because look at my boy Sonic. Look how stretched out he is, bro. So wait, before I open up, so we got this. Alongside Sonic Team's work on Sonic X Shadow Generations, the team wanted to show the effects of deformation in character models with an internal motto: character expression never seen before. This was their test animation. So if we look at this, This is them kind of testing how to do like squash and stretch with Sonic. So let's take a look. Don't know if it has any audio. I don't think so. Look at him. Yo. Oh my gosh. Bro, are you guys seeing this? That was sick. That was sick. Alright, let's take another look. Right? Yeah, there's no sound. But look at that. Look how much they're stretching him. Like, obviously, this is the test, so it's not going to be like, you know, refined, ultimate, like, super good quality. But the idea, bro, this is what people have been crying out for ages. And that, bro, that little spin when he loses the rings, this is so cool. Oh my gosh. It reminds me of kind of like the Sonic Advanced Jump Ball a little bit. I don't know if you guys see the vision, but oh my gosh, look at that. That's sick. That's sick. So this was their test animation. Now we got this next one here. It's a unique vertex shader that preforms. I think it's meant to be performs, but it's a unique vertex shader that performs the exact same effect of transformation between 3D Maya and the used game engine. It's applied onto the model's bones and gives it the squash and stretch effects. Okay, so there's a specific shader that they're using to do that little like spinny thing, which I think it looks really cool. I think it works. And we have this next one here. The footage you saw was from a combination of Maya and Unreal Engine 5. Here's a side-by-side of the deformation on and off. Okay, so we actually have a side-by-side here, which is interesting to say the least. So it'll say when it's off. Hold on. So it'll say when it's on and when it's off in this corner here. So I assume they animate it in Unreal Engine 5 first, and then they put it into Maya to do like the stretchy stuff. But here, the split, this is where it's on, this is where it's off. And you can kind of see. Look at that. Oh my gosh. It just adds that cartoony feel to it. Bro, even when he's landing, like. And I think Prime had a little bit of this. And people really like the animation in Prime. I really like the animation in Prime. Yeah, that, bro. I'm telling you, Frontiers 2, with refined animation like that, it's gonna be insane. And just to highlight, these tests were produced by Sonic Team. So it's not anyone else. It's not Marza. It's Sonic Team. It says the first TA created the shaders for Maya and Unreal Engine 5, and the artist tried and tested the expressions through animation tests, and then asked the programmer to implement them in the in-house game engine. The artists and TA were able to build a prototype environment which allowed them to try and test expressions freely and quickly. Maya is highly customizable, and its features allow artists to create a variety of visuals, and I realized how deep its capabilities are, said lead cutscene artist Koichi Shibuya. They went on to create 2 more pieces of test footage. Okay, so here they actually have this is the scene from Sonic Generations. Now, obviously, we know that they went back in Sonic Generations to, change the subtitles and stuff, and change, some of the mouth animations and stuff to fit the new lines that they added. So they're obviously still able to access these cutscenes. And is this the Generations model? He has the long spines again. This isn't the Forces model or Frontiers model. But let's take a look at how they enhance it. Oh, guys, take a look at that. Also, I'm gonna turn that down a little bit. But take a look at that. You see how close up he gets? It's kind of hard to see because we still have the regular version on. I wish they had like just the version that was just the deformed version. Okay, they kind of do. This looks so good. Look, it's like Generations but with the Frontier shaders. Look at that. Bro.
様はここでくたばる運命。それが自分の姿の見納めじゃ。おお
は俺がもう一人おいちょっと
I think they were okay. They do seem to maybe be overdoing it a little bit, but it is a test, so you know. They're trying to see what they can do. I think in Frontiers 2 we're gonna see a real overhaul in cutscene animation and everything. That looked great. That looked great, honestly. That looked sick. I think we got another one here we can check out. Okay, this one is this one, wait. This wasn't in Generations. Oh, this is brand new. This is a brand new animation thing. I think this is so cool. Look at that, bro. Look at the, bro. Bro, I don't. Okay, look, I need to make a separate video on the Doom posting about the Sonic, the Doom posting of the Sonic community. That's kind of become an issue recently. That's gonna be another video. But I don't understand how Sonic fans are not more excited, guys. Look at what they're doing. It's not perfect, but look at these tests. This is what we've been crying out for. Literally, they're literally working on what we've been crying out for. And you can see the stretch there. I wish they had the full deformation on, deformation off. But that whole, bro. They're cooking something. Oh my gosh, look at that. Oh my gosh, that's sick. That's sick. Alright, let's see how much, what else we got. So they said, while Sonic Generations Remaster didn't go this far with touch-ups, the tests were seen as incredibly valuable and will influence their input the next game. So far, we have seen the development of the transformation shader technology, but in the end, it was decided not to include it in Sonic X Shadow Generations. So they were testing this even before. They were like, they really wanted to revamp the cutscenes, but I guess they just didn't have enough time, or they just didn't want to, like, you know. Okay, let me finish reading it. This is because Sonic Generations and Shadow Generations use different game engines. The former uses Sega's proprietary Hedgehog Engine 1 and the latter Hedgehog Engine 2. Another reason was that users requested the HD version that was faithful to the original. Although it was not possible to implement it on a game console this time, it is believed that such work as preliminary research and searching for expression methods will definitely lead to a future output. We have already seen a glimpse of a part of the technology that makes us excited for the next game. So, just imagine what it would have been like if we got this in Sonic X Shadow Gens. Imagine the revamp, right? So, really, if we think about it, maybe the reason why we got OG gens the way it was, and it was barely, like, touched up, was because they wanted to keep it faithful and not because they couldn't. Because it obviously seems like they were testing it, and they had cutscenes for stuff. Like, so maybe they would have. Maybe they would have actually, you know, redone all the cutscenes and stuff. Now, Shadow Gens didn't really show too much of this, I feel like. I feel like Shadow Gens was a light kind of version of it. Because Shadow Gens, you know, I'm trying to think what the most intensive cutscenes from Shadow Gens were. Like, I don't think there was that much in terms of animation. At least not to the extent of what we just saw. If we take a look at this, right? What we just saw in this, like, Shadow was not, I mean, I guess the closest we'd see is like maybe on the Forces stage, where Shadow was like dodging the different things, the different bots. But yeah, this, it's looking good. It's looking good. So I make this video just to say, I believe the future of Sonic is looking really exciting, okay? And if you want to see me talk about more about the future of Sonic and deep dive into it, I have a channel called Breeton Talks where I'm trying to post regular discussion videos and stuff. This channel is more just reactionary content. I just saw this on Twitter. I was like, yo, I want to make a video about this. So if you want to see more reactionary content from me just about stuff in the Sonic community and other things in general, make sure you check out this channel. I'm gonna try and upload regularly stuff like this if you guys like it. But yeah,